Hey Libra, this is your November 2020 tarot forecast. So this is for Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So Libra, what do you need to know for November 2020? Messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for November 2020. Oops. Messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We have 2 4s being stuck. I mean, there isn't a layer of stability here. It can look like or even feel like security, but it quickly can turn into a rut. There's also an element of needing to heal something, even a temporary walking away from something. I would look at expenditures at this time or what you're investing time into. Maybe just a mental rest or recovery. We'll see if they show up in your reading. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, November 2020. What does Libra need to know? What does Libra need to know? Messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for November 2020. Messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Messages. All right, guys. So let's get out your Celtic cross. So there's you. And there's what feels like a really uphill battle. You are over it. Wow. Okay. So their first 2 weeks are going to impose some challenges on you. You're definitely moving away from something that was emotionally taxing. Yes, you are. Could be rebuilding here. And then a really nice new future around a 2 of Cups moment. So you could be wanting to get to know someone here in a really profound way, in a full cup, in a relational way, soulmate partnership way. Someone could be coming into your life as well. There could be a divorce here, or there could be having to do something around a contract, or definitely something could be occurring in the workplace as well, just with all of these wands energy. So entrepreneurship, basically a contract could be over here and you could have been misled on something. Or 5th house energy could be impacting the 7th house energy. So partnerships and diplomacy here impacted by a sense of a really outgoing person. This is typically going to be a male, strong male influence, but someone who's really outgoing, someone who acts on their will very easily. There could be a competition here as well for the first 2 weeks of the month. You could very well win, but there is going to be a price to pay here. It's going to feel uphill. Queen of Swords is known as a divorce queen. If this is not you, Libra, this is energy around you or a person you're dealing with. But yeah, she's very honest and she tells the truth. We do have the Magician, so we have more air energy underneath. She's Libra. This is Gemini energy. I would be aware of what you're paying attention to is what you're bringing to life here, or you could be dealing with a strong Gemini personality here as well. So the Queen of Swords crossed by or challenged by the 10 of Wands is just to say that something in your environment having to do with partnerships, having to tell the truth, having to cut ties. Like I said, she's the divorce queen. This is a very single, independent personality type as well. And it's 7th house, so it's definitely partnerships. This could be severance of a partnership here as well. Something was really uphill. It was an uphill battle, and it needed to end. Here in the foundation is a competition, right? So here's where I'm seeing that you could have been competing over this person, over finances, over a windfall, over an individual having to do with the 5th house, right? So this is home, family. This is a family man. So it could have to be with this individual or that type of energy. Definitely, sex and creativity here as well with 5th house energy. But someone who's effervescent. This is also success. It's ruled by the sun. So there's a sense of success here as well. So hopefully this is more of a competition situation for you, and then you've won the competition, or you have a very strong likelihood of winning a competition here. This can just be a little bit too many hands in the same pot, or too many players involved in a situation, in a diplomacy or a partnership here as well. And there's just a lot going on. There's too many people trying to influence the situation. It could be an actual partnership or coupling here as well. We have in your recent past the Five of Pentacles. So this is, right, self-pity. This is focusing on your disease, whatever, you know, disease in quotations, whatever your disease is, right? Whatever your failings or your insecurities are, that's where the focus was here in the recent past. But I'm really glad to see here in your near future, you've decided that it's just not worth it. You're going to move away from that. And you're going to do it quickly. Here with the Eight of Cups, all the eights are an acknowledgement, right? There's just this sense of, I'm going to move away from this. It's not good for me. So you can leave something that emotionally was not working for you, and it emotionally was probably even draining, or it made you feel insecure. It made you full of pity or self-pity. It made you focus on the negative parts of yourself or someone else or a situation. So yeah, this is gorgeous that right in the near future, by the end of the second week here, you're going to release yourself. You get to walk away and you get to reinvest. You get to do something different with your time and energy. Here with how others see you is someone who has a cup full of love. This is a lot of love to give. This is a lot of emotion. The only caveat that I see with in the others see you position with the Ace of Cups, if this is not a relationship reading for you or a romance reading for you, it very well could be. But in case it isn't, I would just be aware of how you're utilizing and expressing your emotions here. Because like I said, when they're overflowing and it has to do with business or a workplace situation, it may be inappropriate, right? So just be aware that if there's an excess of emotions, or you're trying to share your emotional world or feel overwhelmed or overcome with positive emotions here, this could be an offer of love as well. So others could see you as offering your love here as well. Just be aware that it's, you know, just directed in toward who it's supposed to be directed at, and it's not just overflowing for the sake of not having any limitations. Here with how you see yourself as the Six of Swords. So this is nice to see as well. You're moving from choppy to calm waters. I do see this as a relationship card. I see all the sixes, frankly, as relationships card. Now, if it's romance, that's up to you, right? I don't know if it's romance, but definitely relationship. This is partnership relationships, right? So some sort of ship here for you. It could be a situationship, right? But some sort of travel in the mind or in communication. Something's being spoken or determined here, and then you can just move into calmer waters, out of choppy waters. In your hopes and fears is where you're going to invest. So this is just really looking at what you're investing in, why, what holds the greatest potential. Where have you put your finances, resources, and time so far? What is it getting you? Remember, we went from the sense of self-pity to you're going to cut off bad ties to I'm going to emotionally move into a future that I really want. I think this is just mostly about reinvestment. Where are you reinvesting your time? And where do you really want to see yourself? Remember, you have a lot of Gemini energy here and Mercurial energy. You have everything you need. It could be even a time to go ahead and invest. When your advice is the Two of Cups, right? So this is a soulmate situation. This is someone who sees eye to eye with you. Someone who wants to see eye to eye with you. Someone who wants a partnership, relationship, who speaks the same language as you. I do want to qualify the Two of Cups. Why is the Two of Cups the outcome for Libra, November 2020? Qualify the Two of Cups as the outcome for Libra. Qualify the Two of Cups as the outcome for Libra. The Two of Cups is the outcome for Libra. Two of Cups is the outcome for Libra. All right, so those came out sideways. So I'm going to read them upright and reverse. All right, so in qualifying this, there's just a sense of defeat. There is lack of self-respect. There is defeat. There is conflict. around a leap of faith. You don't even believe what you're thinking and feeling. You don't even believe it. You can't trust for some reason. There's no faith here. This is really, this is too bad, guys. In another sense, it's it's good because now there's a warning here that something that you're offering won't be matched, or it'll be the appearance of being matched, but you can be played for a fool here because something is insincere and there's conflict, and it does have to do with a deep, deep emotional world. So I would actually treat this as a warning, guys. If you offer your cup of love to someone here in the last 2 weeks of the month, Libra, I would say that they're probably not worthy, or they're not letting you in, or they're not who you think they are, or it's just going to be flat out rejected, or it's not going to work out the way you want. The Ten of Swords is overkill. And this has been a trying time. I want to let you know as well, you're not the only one who is struggling, the only sign who's struggling for sure. Right now, there's a lot going on, as you know, in November. There's, we're just coming out of a retrograde at the beginning of the month. Saturn goes into, the Saturn transit goes into Aquarius, which is huge upheavals with our friendships and with our hopes and fears, right? Huge upheavals. So yeah, I think the only thing that I would say here is if you are dealing with a Leo, another Libra, I would even say Aquarius. Let's just say all the air signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and I would say a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. I would say that someone is not sharing your point of view and you could be taken for a ride. And if this isn't someone doing it to you, then you're doing it to them, right? So, and then what's my other deck here? Okay. Yeah, we have Trickster, right? So, wow. Just be aware that you don't put all your eggs in one basket here as well. And I would let the past help teach you the lesson. If you do feel insecure, down, hopeless, or rejected at all by this individual, or you feel when you leave this individual that's how you feel, then that's your sign. I would take that very seriously. So we do have power. I would suggest that you have the power of the mind over events. Over yourself in events. No one has the power over events. We have Trickster here. The coyote is cute, but he constantly gets stuff dropped on his head. So how much are you willing to put up with? Again, with the Fool here, I think that there is a situation where you're going to be played as the Fool or try to play someone else as the Fool. The Passion, allow your heart to sing, heart and soul to sing with joy. Yeah, I mean, I think this could be part of the issue. I think there is an element of passion and power over reason and rationality. And then by the book, I would just be aware that you take things a step at a time. Don't skip a step here. Don't go from A to Z type thing. You just do things in a little bit of an order or by a checklist. And, just really put yourself first here because your expectations could very likely be diminished. Certainly by the end of the month, you're just not going to get back what you put out, it looks like here. And a facade, the highest thing that can happen here is a facade will be revealed. Okay, so Libra, that is your reading for November 2020. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video for your sign. Bye for now.